Would it be possible to go through the itinerary? I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But also through the trip, you'll have, privates. We've organized all of the logistics to make sure that you're well cared for. Arrival, travel day, welcome, etc. We've tried to create an interaction with the marine life, which you can either do from. We have these very fun penguins here called jackass penguins, and they only exist here. But the best way to see them is actually from the water. You can go onto the beach and see them from a boardwalk, but the best way is actually from the water. So there's a kayaking option where you get to see them. And then also the second option on that is to go with a mindset coach and learn how to free dive. It is a wonderful view into the kelp forest. So we start sort of understanding the lay of the land from that perspective, from the sea inwards, right? And then as we go through, we're trying to also see, now we're on land, we go into more of a coastal foraging aspect. And then as we go through the rest of the coastline, Chapman's Peak is this stunning drive. And then we take you into one of our celebrated Black chefs at the moment, Vusi and Lovu. He is doing wonderful things at this restaurant called Edge Cross Vu. And then as we go through, but essentially as we go through each one, there's a mix of cooking classes. The Cape Malay culture is a huge influence for us here. Bokop is a neighborhood that has an intense history around displacement of people. And then we go into a wine masterclass. That wine masterclass is really focused on giving you guys a preliminary view of the varietals that we grow here. And then we will do a bit of an after dark, which is understanding culture, music. We have so much great jazz here. And then as we move through, another very important aspect for us is art. We want to do some in-studio sessions, but the Zeitz Mocha is essentially has become a home on the continent for artists from the Black diaspora. And then as we keep going, we'll go into Constantia, which is a winelands. It was the very, very first wine area in South Africa, oldest wine farms. And there's a lot of old world philosophy. Some of those farms are over 300-400 years old. And then we also interact with them to understand how they're facing new challenges. And that's done as a walk. There's an incredible guide here who brings it to life. He knows all of the stories. Then we do a 2-day retreat, which is out in the area called Stanford. Stanford has become a very lovely hub for winemakers, chefs, and then all kinds of experiential tastemakers. And on our way there, we will go through the Hemel Arda region, which means heaven on earth. It is the most stunning, stunning place. And you stand in this place and you do this 360 and you're just like, I didn't know places look like this. So then we move into the Franschhoek region. Franschhoek means French corner. It was originally settled by the Huguenots. They were escaping religious persecution out of Europe and then found a home here. And then we will move towards having a daytime experience in the same region, but on a wine farm that is, I think, Hardy, the first Black-owned wine farm itself in the Franschhoek area. And so the interaction here is to have you have extended space and time to talk to young winemakers, Black winemakers, women in the space, and also those that are kind of challenging the norms around them, and get a sense of what their story is, why they make the wine that they do, get introduced to their wines. And a lot of them export to the States, so also get a sense of like how you can be a part of this going forward. And then we go into Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch is a very, very well-known, probably the most well-known aspect of the winelands here. And then, of course, more tastings, pairings, and then we will engage with Mersha, very young, new chef that's come on the scene. 12 courses, it's delightful. They've created this beautiful new space. And then the Stellenbosch is very well known for Cape Dutch architecture. So for those that are interested in that, we will do, a sort of scenic sense of that. It's a bit of walking around. There's good shopping, art, once again, sort of leaning into that leisure meets renowned spaces, right? And then we basically bring it home with this incredible dinner on top of Table Mountain, which is behind me, but you can't see it anymore. And then they closed down the mountain for us to have this incredible experience at the top, sunset, really bringing everything home. And then we will invite the tastemakers that you interacted with to sort of have a sort of final reunion over your experiences and then reshare, in a connected space, basically.